Coming up on the CBS3 News at 10, the latest on the investigation into a Christmas morning bombing in Nashville. Tonight, we're learning human remains were found at the scene. Plus, we take an inside look at a local TV production and how it's weathering the pandemic storm. And a science experiment you can only dream up. We'll show you how a Hayward class sent trout to outer space.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening and Merry Christmas. I'm Briggs LeSavage. Thanks for joining us. There are still many questions surrounding a Christmas morning explosion in downtown Nashville. An RV drove into a restaurant right before it exploded. Tonight, we've learned human remains were found on the scene, but authorities have not said if the person who died was a suspect or a victim. CBS News' Jeff Pegues has been speaking with law enforcement all day. He joins us now with the newest details on their investigation.
Investigators are now combing the crime scene looking for clues, starting with the identification of that RV.
A bomb scene is rich with evidence and forensics.
Chris Swecker spent years working bomb scenes when he was with the FBI.
They may find pieces of the car that lead them to who owned the car, who rented the car, etc.
To help identify leads in Nashville, federal investigators will use forensic analysis from previous incidents involving explosives. At this secure Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives site in Huntsville, Alabama, you can feel the bomb blasts even from 200 yards away. Wow. Glad I had these in my ears. ATF officials tell us what is left of an explosive device is preserved for a reason.
We're going to try to recreate, we're going to collect as much of the evidence left over from the bomb. It doesn't all go away.
And that is what is happening now in Nashville. The ATF and FBI will look at everything left behind, all to track down the suspect or suspects responsible. Catherine Swite is a former FBI agent.
This is an opportunity on a holiday like Christmas and in a big city like Nashville to make a splash and get their name out there. So I think we're going to see somebody who wants to be known.
Jeff Pegues, CBS News.
The FBI tells CBS News they're looking at all possibilities around the early morning explosive. There appears to be no additional threat to Nashville. Well, back here, 2 people are without a place to go after a Christmas Eve house fire. Firefighters responded to North 59th Avenue West in Duluth's Cody neighborhood just before 6 last night. A resident was trying to put out the fire but left the building when the firefighters got there. The electrical fire was ruled accidental and damage is estimated at $30,000. Meanwhile, a reprieve from a devastating surge of the coronavirus across the upper Midwest has given health officials some cautious relief. But they worry that holiday gatherings could reignite the worst of the pandemic's outbreaks. Johns Hopkins researchers say states in the northern stretches of the Midwest and Great Plains have seen average daily cases drop in the past 2 weeks. That includes decreases ranging from 20% in Iowa to 66% in North Dakota. Some epidemiologists believe the most compelling factor in prevention efforts is people who have experienced the virus on a personal level. And in Wisconsin, health officials are reporting more than 1,500 new cases of COVID in the last day. It's the 3rd time in the last week that positive cases were under 2,000. 5 more people also died in the last day. At more than 5,600 deaths, the COVID tracking project lists Wisconsin's death toll as the 30th highest per capita among all states. Wisconsin ranks 25th in the country for new cases per capita in the last 2 weeks. And one holiday attraction that had to make some major changes due to the pandemic is back open tonight. Here's a live look at the holiday light display at Bentleyville, which is traditionally very busy on Christmas. Wednesday's blizzard and yesterday's dangerous cold shut down the event, but they were able to get things back up and running, thankfully, for the holiday. Bentleyville just wrapping up here tonight, Peter, but we saw quite a few cars moving through there today. Kind of a nice, chilly night, a nice night to drive through Bentleyville.
No blizzard or dangerous cold today,
yes.
so yeah.
Thank you.
But actually, one fun fact I found out was Cotton, Minnesota was the coldest place in the nation today for Christmas, so.
Oh my gosh, look at us setting records here in the Northland.
Well, -30 there this morning, so.
Not a record you want to set.
No, I guess not. But it was definitely, we warmed up nicely today. That's good news. Temperatures today topped out in the teens for most of us. Some places out west especially, they came out in the 20s. 21 in Grand Rapids, 21 in Big Fork, 20 in International Falls, 23 in Bemidji. For us here in the Twin Ports, it was 19 for the high down by the lake, 17 on top of the hill, and 18 in Solon Springs. Right now, temperatures are at 19 degrees with those mostly cloudy skies overhead. Those clouds are helping to keep us warmer tonight, but there's another cool down on the horizon. I'll talk about that coming up. Briggs?
All right, thanks, Peter. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, film and TV productions across the U.S. are struggling to continue production safely. The same is true for the Northland's independent productions, with the hockey movie Way of the Warriors, which is being filmed on the Iron Range, halting production. CBS3 chief photojournalist Wyatt Buckner visited the set of one other local production and shows us how they're keeping the cameras rolling during the pandemic.
And action.
Today we're on set. We're filming the 3rd episode of our web series Lifties, which focuses on Midwest snowboarding, skiing, and the culture that surrounds that industry.
As the director of photography, I'm in charge of the camera department and then just, the overall creative on how the camera gets used to create the film. So you're looking at doing all the shot lists, making sure that all the visual strategies are in line to work with the director to make sure that the director's vision gets executed properly.
There's like 12 shots that I have for this.
I trust his input, and so whenever he gets excited about something, it makes me excited.
First action.
The pandemic obviously has been hard on every industry. Film is no exception. If the people out in Hollywood are having a hard time, figuring out how to make movies and release movies during a pandemic, the people at our level, our local level, are definitely struggling. And we just made the decision of we can't afford to lose the momentum we've gained from our first 2 episodes. We have to move forward. And, looking at how do we move forward but do it safely in a way that, doesn't compromise the health of our actors and our crew. Social distancing, masks on, when they're in the scene, that's when masks come off. And, we can still shoot in a way that keeps them, somewhat distanced but still captures the scene. But, behind the scenes, it's masks on, social distancing.
It's just creative content that's an outlet for people during a time when everyone's just really tired of having to sit around and do nothing and wait to get back to their jobs.
It's been a hard year for everybody. There's just a lot of negativity right now, and if we can do something positive that's fun and just is here to make people laugh, people need that.
Cut.
The Lifties is currently in the editing process. They hope to have it finished by the end of January. The latest episode will be available for free first on YouTube, but then they plan to eventually move the series to a streaming service down the road. Good luck. Well, meanwhile, 3 Northland filmmakers just got a huge financial boost for their next projects. The Minnesota State Arts Board awarded an $18,000 grant to Keith Hopkins, Alexander Guterman, and Lance Caresti. The grant will be split up between the 3 filmmakers and will go toward independent filmmaking in our region in 2021. Hopkins says this is a huge deal for the community, especially during a time like this.
I was not set back by the pandemic, but many, many people in this region and globally in filmmaking have been really impacted by this. So to have money poured into the industry is really great.
Hopkins says he'll use the money to fund his sequel to his first movie, Gravedigger Dave's Halfway House. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, for the first time in 4 years, something very unique happened when a ship passed under the aerial lift bridge today. We'll show you after the break. Plus, Hayward kids send trout to space, the lessons they've learned from an out-of-this-world experiment.
And in the 7-day forecast, we have snow, cold, and some more snow. I'll break it all down coming up in my forecast.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS 3.
This year, Santa's got his naughty, nice, and now his shop local list. With a unique variety of shops and restaurants, there's something for everyone at Fitkers. And for business or leisure, Fitkers Inn is Duluth's premier lakefront getaway. Fitkers. Shop, eat, sleep.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, this holiday season, you can celebrate knowing you look your best with Plexiderm. Lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This holiday season is the best time to get Plexiderm for only $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
And welcome back. Earlier in the show, I mentioned that Cotton was the coldest place in the nation for today for Christmas. They came in at -30 last night. We weren't that cold here in the Twin Ports. We came in at -12 last night. Today's high temperature climbed to 16 degrees. Well below average, though. Average for this time of year is 20. So as you can see, we're still running that below average streak for now. But I think that all changes tomorrow because as you can see, temperatures right now for us here in Minnesota, rather mild, but take a look at Wisconsin as well as southern Minnesota where they haven't quite gotten the clouds yet. They're sitting in the single digits right there. But for us here in the Twin Ports, we're talking about 19 degrees down by the lake, 17 on top of the hill, 19 in Evelyn, 20 in International Falls, 22 in Baudette, 13 in Bemidji. But then take a look down south at Siren, for example, 2. Hinckley coming in at 0, Solon Springs as well as 3, Hayward coming in at 6. Clouds haven't quite progressed further south yet. That's meaning their temperatures are falling off quite nicely right now. We're still dealing with a little bit of a wind chill right now as well, with a slight northwest wind blowing between, say, 2 and 4 miles per hour. That means we're talking about, for most of us, wind chills in the single digits. So here's our satellite and radar right now. As you can see, there's been a break in the clouds, basically from the Twin Ports south. That's allowed Wisconsin as well as points south of here in Minnesota, for example, Hinckley, to really cool off nicely because of that break in the clouds. But as we zoom out, you'll notice there's a lot of clouds off to our west towards North Dakota and South Dakota. All those clouds have to gradually begin to fill in as we head through the night tonight, and that's going to help moderate the temperature dip as we head through the rest of the night tonight. So as we're waking up tomorrow morning, most of us should be in the teens, if not upper single digits. So as we can forecast that and time it all out, as you can see right now, dealing with the cloud break down south, but the rest of us up north, we're dealing with those clouds overhead. As we head towards 3 a.m. though, most of us are dealing with those mostly cloudy skies overhead. Maybe a spot snow shower, lake effect snow for Waters Meet Ironwood. Don't think it's going to produce all that much snow, maybe an inch as you're waking up tomorrow morning. And then we'll begin to see some gradual clearing for your day on Saturday with partly cloudy skies overhead. I think a vast majority of the day will be mostly cloudy, but you'll probably see a few breaks of the sunshine if you get out and about for the day on Saturday. As we head towards sunset, we see some clearing, especially points south again of the Twin Ports. But then clouds begin to fill in really quickly again, all in association of our next snow threat that comes our way Sunday night, through the day on Sunday and towards Sunday night. Then the clouds begin to work their way back in. How much snow are we talking about for Sunday? Not a whole lot, say 1 to 3 inches for most of us here in the Northland. The snow belt for the South Shore as well as the UP of Michigan could be talking about 2 to 5 inches because of a little bit of lake effect enhancement. But then all eyes turn to Tuesday into Wednesday, when it looks like we're potentially dealing with a bigger system that could be reminiscent of the system that we just saw a few days ago. So something to keep an eye on as we head through the next few days. Temperatures tonight fall back into the teens. Highs for tomorrow climb into the upper teens as well as lower 20s, closer to average once again. And here's a look at that 7-day forecast. 22 degrees with partly cloudy skies overhead. Sunday we have a little bit of snow. Monday's cold. And then we have that next system Tuesday to Wednesday.
I feel like we've seen so many holiday blizzards and snowstorms lately. Last year was Thanksgiving. This year, just a couple days before Christmas. Now we're looking at more snow right before New Year's.
Yeah, do you think we could tack on a New Year's blizzard now, too?
I kind of hope so. I'm looking for more snow.
Oh, okay.
So maybe not a ton, but
okay.
Thanks, Peter.
Yeah.
Well, many of us have seen ships pass under the area lift bridge, but only few have seen them do it backwards. Well, that happened this afternoon. The Algoma Intrepid, which is a Canadian cargo ship, made its way out of the Twin Ports around 3. But because of the buildup of ice in Duluth Canal, the ship was actually forced to remain in reverse as it made its way into Lake Superior. Area lift bridge workers tell us something like this has not happened in the last 4 years. Very cool. A Hayward Middle School class is working on a project that is out of this world. CBS3's Leanne Valdez shares what the project is and how this will help shape the future incoming students.
Something I think everybody wanted or hoped for is to have representation, tribal representation, and to have the cultural connection with the project.
A group project from the Lakudare Ojibwe Middle School is up in space, literally.
Students had to write a proposal for an experiment that they would like to send to space.
After NASA received many entries, LCO's project was chosen for the flight.
I was shocked and excited.
The project is part of a school competition for the Student Spaceflight Experiments program. LCO Middle School is the first tribal school to ever participate. The chosen experiment was designed by 8th graders Evan Heath, Thomas White, and Kane LaRange, all good friends.
Since we were born, Kane thought of trout eggs, rainbow trout.
The students used rainbow trout eggs as their test subject and placed 4 to 5 in tubes that were given to astronauts to fly on SpaceX 21 to the International Space Station. When the eggs return from space, the students will evaluate them
to test the effects of gravity versus microgravity.
Heath couldn't be a part of the interview as he does virtual learning. Kane and LaRange say the project was lengthy, but they would do it all again.
It was a great experience.
8th grade teacher Tammy Monsell says the project made a huge impact on everyone.
Even though these were the kids that were chosen to go to the International Space Station, the whole project couldn't have happened if everybody wasn't involved.
What an awesome project. Well, SpaceX 21 will be returning to Earth with the trout on January of 2021. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, how a company making worldwide news right now is helping put laptops in the hands of Denfeld high schoolers. We introduce you to the Duluth man who's making it happen. Plus, a big loss for the Vikings, but on the other side of the ball, a massive NFL record was in sight. We'll explain what has fantasy team owners feeling extra merry this Christmas coming up.
CBS3 Live Cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Happy birthday! Duluth Casino wants to celebrate your birthday with you all month long. Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash as a special birthday bonus.
Did you say every day?
Yes, every day of your birthday month. Stop by the Players Club or log on to FondDuluthCasino.com for all the participation details. We're celebrating your birthday all month long, so you can have a great time out at Fond Duluth.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house. Being part-time really helped because I could have some opportunities that were still in education.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Complying with national guidelines is made easy with the CEDA's commercial touchless forehead thermometer. The instant read LCD digital display yields an accurate body temperature reading from 2 to 4 inches within half a second. From schools, offices, shops, and all other public places, keep yourself safe and compliant with a hands-free thermometer that's easy to install and easier to use. Visit www.cedusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. Safety is our top priority, so our workers are following all CDC guidelines to ensure the safety of both our customers and employees. Get your dream bathroom for 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments till 2022. All of our products are backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval and come with a lifetime warranty. For a free estimate, call us today or go online to book your appointment. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
It's the season for stream and the perfect time to power up all your devices with Extreme Internet. Call today and save with prices as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Go dashing through your shows with amazing speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig, powerful in-home Wi-Fi, and 99.99% network reliability. Enjoy the gift of high-speed entertainment for as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Dial 844-EXTREME2.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
A brand new season is here. And yes, I am in an eye patch. How much more Kelly can it get? Air hugs only, people.
You're the most beautiful pirate.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
A Duluth man has spent the past several years helping students by donating laptops. But this year, as distance learning became the way of the world, his donations went from helpful to crucial. CBS3's Ryan Campos spoke with Thomas Meter to learn why he's making these donations and what it means to the students who receive them.
Throughout his career and into retirement, Thomas Meter has made sure as many students as possible have a laptop to work on for free.
Pfizer has been supportive of my community efforts, and I'm passionate about supporting schools.
For more than a decade, the longtime pharmaceutical rep has been helping students through Pfizer's laptop donation program. The company has their old laptops refurbished, and he gives them to Meter. Meter makes sure they find a new home. Over the past 3 years, he's given them to Denfeld seniors.
Denfeld, in my experience, has been the best high school in the sense of setting up rigor and a process to ensure that the students who are in most need of the laptops, in fact, receive them.
40 laptops have been donated by Meter and Pfizer and given to a chosen group of students at Denfeld to make sure they are ready for the next step in education.
When we think of laptops, you know, it's not something that you really think a big deal about when somebody's going off to college or post-secondary or, you know, even using in the high school realm. And every little bit helps.
And now with the pandemic and students learning from home, they need this technology more than ever.
Showing up on their doorstep and telling them that they've won a laptop just brought some of them to tears. It was amazing to see how grateful and happy they were to have these, to just cut that cost out of their you know, expenses for the following year.
There is an application and committee process to help determine which students receive the free laptops. The students get to keep them for good. Well, the Vikings have only played on Christmas Day 3 times, most recently 15 years ago against the Ravens. This time around, though, they were in desperate need of a win to stay alive in the playoff picture. The New Orleans Saints standing in their way, though. Packers fans also very interested in the outcome of this one. Alvin versus Dalvin tonight. This day, though, would belong to Alvin. Mr. Kamara scoring 6 running touchdowns, including this 40-yarder in the first quarter. We'll spare the Vikings fans, though, including myself, the other 5, and just end the highlights right here. Saints win a high-scoring affair, 52-33. Kamara also tied a 91-year-old NFL record, scoring six touchdowns in a single game. Wow. Good. Coming up, the 2020 sports season has seen some highs and some serious lows. After the break, we take a look back at some of our Northland athletes' proudest moments.
Season 2 is
The
here,
Kelly
y'all.
Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
I have something for you.
I have something for you, too.
It's the GMC season to upgrade. Now everyone can get GM employee pricing on most GMC models. Use it to get over $10,000 total value on this 2021 Sierra Denali.
Visit your Lake Country GMC dealer.
For months, we've all done our best to stay safe. But to remain safe in the long run, it's up to us all to take actions that don't just slow the spread of COVID, but collectively overcome it. Like getting a test if you have any symptoms, answering if your health department calls, and wearing a mask in public spaces. We all want to regain what we love in life. To get there, we all need to go forward and do our part.
The historic gateway to Duluth, the St. Louis County Depot, is now the heart and soul of arts, culture, and history in our region. And now more than ever, we need the joy found through the arts, the graceful beauty of dance, drama and excitement, the works of artists and artisans, our long and proud history preserved, and music to inspire. The Depot United campaign raises funds for all the organizations at the Depot. We need your support now more than ever. Donate through the mail or go online. Arts, culture, and history need you.
Hi, I'm Matt Hunter, president of your local United Way. Head of the Lakes United Way fights for the basic needs, education, financial stability, and health of every person in every community that we serve. We fund more than 70 local nonprofit programs in our region. Now more than ever, our communities need your support. Invest in your community. Give where you live. Join us and live united. Head of the Lakes United Way. Give, advocate, volunteer. HLUnitedWay.org/donate.
Here are some quick tips for a safer shopping experience. Though reusable bags are great for the environment, they can be a carrier for bacteria. Before shopping, please wash all bags. Try to keep 6 feet or 2 shopping carts of distance between you and other shoppers. Plan ahead so your trip can be quick and efficient. Though cash is accepted at most businesses, cash can transfer bacteria. When possible, try to use cards to lessen the risk of spreading illness. With your help, we can keep our neighbors healthy and workers safe.
Thanks for the ride to practice.
How often do you play?
As often as I can. But right now, I have to shop for a Medicare plan.
Well, UCare has a range of Medicare Advantage options, with plan premium starting at $0 a month. By the way, thanks for wearing your skate guard.
It's just hard to ride with my hockey bag, you know?
Oh, trust me, I know.
Continuing with some of the best of 2020 stories, if you're a college hockey enthusiast at any level, you may have stumbled on this guy's videos at one time or another. A University of Wisconsin Superior hockey player has made quite the hobby and grown quite the following on his YouTube channel. CBS3's Kelly Hinseth introduces you to Lawson McDonald, an edition of For the Love of the Game.
On the rink, Lawson McDonald was a pretty sweet addition, transferring from Nebraska-Omaha to the University of Wisconsin Superior Yellow Jackets. In addition to his love for hockey, Lawson also loves to make videos.
When did you start editing and how did you get good at it?
I had a GoPro was the first thing I always used. I would just point and shoot and then pretty much just like would go home, edit on iMovie.
Hey guys. So we are back from Christmas. From there, the passion unfolded, and Lawson found that he could combine the love of hockey with his love for making videos.
Hey guys, I'm back and I'm bringing a great topic to talk about today.
From an informative video talking about the difference between Division I and Division III hockey to what life is like in a college hockey bubble during COVID-19.
I've had a ton of good feedback from from kids out there, from friends. That's definitely the coolest thing, and that's why I'm pretty much doing it. It's for those guys that aren't in college yet.
Now Lawson has a following on YouTube and even TikTok, where he has 109,000 followers and 4.8 million likes.
How do you juggle that as a full-time student, as a full-time college hockey player?
I've definitely had to change the way I've lived in college. I played so much Fortnite and video games, hung out with friends all the time. Pretty much when I'm not doing homework and I'm not with the team, then I just do the video stuff.
It's been nearly 5 years since the Duluth City Council elected to rename the softball fields outside Wade Stadium as Swanson Fields. But finally, on August 13th, the longtime Duluth-Denfeld softball coach was honored. Surrounded by players, friends, and family, Swanson removed the tarp to unveil the new signage at Swanson Fields. As you can imagine, Coach was appreciative of the honor.
It's a really nice honor, and I can't honestly say I can quite exactly put it into words. But when you actually see the signage, then you know it's for real. And I hope it's not the end of my coaching days. I just want to be able to enjoy these fields and players as long as I can.
In recent years, hockey legend Mark Surdich would spend his birthday on the ice, but with the ongoing pandemic, friends of the now 99-year-old was forced to switch things up. On July 18th, family and friends surprised Surdich just outside his house with a parade. Cars were decorated to wish the Guinness World Record holder well. Surdich was even gifted a hockey stick with his new age on the end. He says the parade was a nice gesture and even brought out the youth in him.
Well, that's the way you got to look at it. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn those upside down. I like that number 66 a lot better than 99.
Surdich and Swanson, just a few of the greats that sadly left us this year. Now that's all for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
The shopping is finished, the family is gathered, and there's magic in the air. Fleet Farm wishes you a very Merry Christmas. From baking cookies with Grandma to watching kids' eyes light up, and of course, enjoying time with family and friends. We'll be closed Christmas Day so our team members can celebrate with their loved ones. From all of us at Fleet Farm, thank you for letting us be a part of your holidays. Merry Christmas.
Everything that happens on a day-to-day basis in terms of news, no matter what happens in news, weather is always constant, weather is always changing as well. So it's still an important role as the meteorologist to kind of still stay grounded and to kind of just know that role and what to take and kind of just make sure you're delivering what's the most important for your viewers. But then also I like to touch base on the national things. All of those news stories also tie in with weather stories because they do go kind of hand in hand.
Watch Jenna and Caitlin in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. Plus, subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
In recent times, we've witnessed the brave faces of many people all over the world. Now, it's your turn to be one of them. Memorial Blood Centers is building a local and national supply of convalescent plasma to treat patients with serious or immediately life-threatening COVID-19 infections. If you have recovered from COVID-19 or tested positive for the antibodies, we need your help. To donate convalescent plasma, visit nbc.org. If you can't give convalescent plasma, you can still save lives by giving blood.
Well, before we go on this Christmas holiday, if you have a loved one staying at an assisted living home, you know how hard it's been to not see them in person this year. Well, the Heritage House in Portage, Wisconsin gave its residents and their families a special gift this Christmas that's bringing everyone closer together. They made a visiting booth decked out as a present to allow families to be closer together this Christmas. The booth is booked out for the next couple weeks, which is a great sign. People visiting their loved ones for the holidays.
That's
awesome.
So sweet. I love it.
It sure is. And how is the rest of the weather looking like, Peter, for this weekend?
Yeah, so we start off the weekend pretty nice with Saturday looking to be partly cloudy skies. I think most of the day we'll see clouds overhead, but we definitely will see some breaks of sunshine. A snow shot for Sunday, and then another bigger snow shot for Tuesday into Wednesday.
All right. Thanks, Peter. We'll have a great rest of your night. We'll see you back here on Monday.